Thank you all. Wow, this is fantastic. I'm so excited. I'm so pleased. I'm so touched by all of you being here to support us, to support me, to support our team, to support our great province. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor and privilege to announce that I will be seeking the leadership of the Ontario Liberal Party of Ontario. Mesdames et messieurs, l'honneur et le privilège de vous annoncer que je me présente à la direction du Parti libéral de l'Ontario. Like many of us, my family arrived here from somewhere else. In 1953, my father arrived at Pier 21. He fled a fascist regime in post-war Europe from Portugal. He wanted his family to be free. I'm fortunate that my parents chose Canada. I'm grateful that Ontario accepted us. Pai, é grande prazer por tudo que tens feito. E eu sou muito grato à província de Ontário que nos aceitou. In fact, my father's deep respect for democracy and his commitment to community is a big part of who I am today. I grew up right here in Mississauga. It's where my wife Zenny and I raise our wonderful 3 children. This is my youngest over here, guys. And my son's the one with the glasses. You've met my daughter. They've been giving me the love and support that has allowed me to serve the people of Mississauga South. And they've given me the confidence to take this important step today. And to my family, thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Ontario, yeah, we don't kiss in public, so. Ontario gave us opportunities to learn and work and to give back. For me, that opportunity meant going to university and starting my own company. My experience as a business owner paved the way for a career in the financial sector. I worked at Royal Bank for 20 years, helping small business and commercial clients. I led the development of the bank's first public accountability statement and helped build their corporate social responsibility policy. I was proud to do that because it's something I believe in very strongly. And because that's what Ontario is all about, opportunity, growth, and giving back. That's how I feel about government too. I believe in a government that nurtures the values of hope, prosperity, and fairness. I believe in a government that is fiscally responsible, socially conscious, and builds for tomorrow. These are the values that guide me. It's a desire to give back to Ontario that motivates me. After 9 years of progress, it's now time for renewal. It's time for a new direction, to build on the legacy of Premier McGuinty and to chart a new course forward. I'm seeking the leadership of our party and our province because I believe that we need to do and be focused on creating jobs. And we need to take decisive action to get that done. Je souhaite être chef de notre parti et de notre province parce que je crois que nous devons nous concentrer sur la création d'emplois. Nous devons prendre des mesures décisives pour accomplir de grandes choses. These are serious times. I get it. I understand. It's because of my experience in the financial sector that I understand the fiscal situation. And we must stay on course to balance the budget by 2017. And to get there, we need to be focused on job creation right across the province. And since the recession, we've begun to bounce back. We've created 346,000 net new jobs. That's 100% more than that we lost in the last recession, 136% more. We have created great amounts of jobs, but unemployment is still at 8.3%. And youth unemployment is at 17.7%. That's too high. So we need to do better. That's why I want to be your jobs premier. And that's what we're going to do right now to spur more job creation. We must continue to support our automotive industry. We are the #1 auto jurisdiction in North America. But when the global recession hit, our auto industry was put at risk. So we took action to protect the 400,000 Ontario jobs in communities like Oshawa, Cambridge, and St. Catharines. The opposition called it corporate welfare. But it was the right thing to do. And I will continue to defend and promote a strong industry, a strong auto industry right here in Ontario. Yes, I will. I will work with organized labor and with management to grow the industry, to continue to market it abroad and invest in the skills of our workers. Jobs is the priority. We will work to keep building more in communities right across the province. But it's not just about the auto. Our industries are as diverse as Ontario. For example, the Ring of Fire in the north. They have enormous potential for job creation and economic growth. We can and must get that job done faster. That's why, as Premier, I would move quickly to build capacity in mining and refining minerals. That's what we have to do. And here are things that we can do right now to make that difference. One, we need to send a strong signal that we are open for business, that we are willing to sit down with investors to make deals that will create jobs and provide net new returns for Ontario in the north. And two, we need to build better transportation systems to the north, and we need to expand energy transmission capacity. And we need to ensure that we engage our First Nations partners so that they too can share and benefit in that job creation and economic benefit. We need to get things moving. So let's get it done. Northern communities will benefit, and all of Ontario will benefit from that economic boost. And as Premier, I will make job creation in the mining and resource sectors a priority. And like the North, our rural communities are also a great untapped potential. We all know that rural Ontario produces the best food in the world, but there's more to that story than just agriculture. When manufacturing was in trouble, the ripple effect was felt across the province, including southwestern Ontario. That's another reason why it's important that we continue to transform our industry base. In our cities, we've already been seeing this to this degree of importance. We have a distinct innovation hubs, creating and supporting highly skilled jobs. For example, we have IT in Kitchener-Waterloo, high-tech in Ottawa, and pharmaceuticals here in Mississauga. Regional centers of innovation develop the products of tomorrow and the highly skilled jobs of today. And under my leadership, the government will continue to support and encourage Ontario's innovation and the jobs that come with it. There's also opportunity for diversification in our rural communities. We've created the Southwestern Ontario Development Fund and the Eastern Ontario Development Fund, but we need to do more. And that's why my government will work to attract investment in rural Ontario, investment that will mean building industry and creating jobs. And to attract investment, we have to build stronger ties with our trading partners overseas. And we have to sell Ontario goods and services and expertise abroad. After all, we are a trading province. Consider Brazil. They're building infrastructure and expanding their post-secondary systems too. Things Ontario knows how to do and do well. Ontario should be playing a bigger role in that market and similar markets around the world. And as Premier, I'd make sure that we continue to build those relationships, to give Ontario businesses greater access to foreign markets, and to attract foreign capital to Ontario. We also need to make sure that we're welcoming people to Ontario who have the skill sets we need to expand our economy. As Minister of Citizenship and Immigration, I was pleased to launch Ontario's first ever immigration strategy. And as Premier, I'll take the next step by making sure immigration better supports Ontario's economy and that newcomers have better opportunities to work and invest. So here are the things that we can do to create jobs. Continue to support our primary industries. Focus on building more value-added manufacturing. Further develop the mining sector and speed up the Ring of Fire. Invest in new manufacturing in rural Ontario, build and sell Ontario brand in world markets, and make immigration work better for Ontario. Our success is dependent on those who build. Our government has made great progress by partnering with skilled trades. I see many of them here today. And they've built hospitals, schools, roads, and bridges, and they create jobs. But as we create those jobs in Ontario, we also need to do a better job of moving people and goods. Gridlock costs us time away from our families, and it's a burden on our economy. Time wasted in traffic is an economic drain. So let's fix it. We need to do and get better transit integration right across the Golden Horseshoe. That work has already begun with Metrolinx. Now it's time to take the next big step. As Premier, I would speed up consolidation of our regional transit systems by making Metrolinx responsible for the TTC. Ontario taxpayers are already subsidizing it, and for too long, politics has trumped action. And the result is a transit system in Canada's largest city that is decades behind the times. By consolidating regional transit, we can cut the gridlock on our streets and in our politics. We can get down to the business of building transit and moving people. And we can ensure taxpayers are getting the best returns. Regional transit also means a vision for moving people faster and safer that doesn't include sitting endlessly in our highways. For decades, governments of all stripes have studied the possibility of linking Windsor to Montreal with high-speed rail. Now it's time for action. As Premier, we will build a high-speed rail in Ontario. And as a first step, I would connect Hamilton to Toronto and Toronto to Oshawa, and that will help move people faster and easier, get people off the highways, and lay the foundation for a future expansion from Windsor to Quebec City. Make no mistake, this is a big-ticket item. That's why I would partner with private sector to find innovative financing solutions that get the job done and protect the taxpayer. We've already delivered over 50 projects this way, saving taxpayers $2 billion. It works in other jurisdictions, it works in Ontario, so let's be bold. Let's invest in our future. Let's make a long-term investment that will benefit generations of Ontario. Let's get started. But it's not just the people in the South who need transit. Communities in the North need it too. It's vital for their growth. It's important for Northern families. That's why I would ensure that we have a reliable passenger rail service to the North. And I'm committed to a sustainable, reliable ONTC that connects the North and supports jobs. And as Premier, we will move people better by supporting the ONTC, by building high-speed rail, and by consolidating regional transit systems. And as we work to create jobs and build our province today, we can't lose sight of tomorrow. Ontario's education system provides a valuable foundation for success for our residents and for our students. It's also a tremendous economic advantage. Thanks to the hard work of our teachers and the Premier's vision, Ontario has the best schools in the English-speaking world. We teach and train highly skilled workers that our economy demands. And our schools can also attract international students. We need to sell Ontario's colleges and universities around the world and attract the brightest and the best to learn and work in our province. So we will invest in the potential of our colleges and universities, and within months of taking office, I would cite 3 new university and college campuses. Our government has already committed to doing it, and we need to act now. Will increase their capacity, benefit our communities, and create jobs. Now, I've outlined several paths to create employment and spur growth. It's critical that we create jobs and invest in infrastructure that provides greater returns for Ontarians. At the same time, we can't lose sight of the responsibility to balance the budget by 2017 and 18. So there's a lot more to say, and you'll hear more from me throughout the course of the campaign. More importantly, I look forward to hearing from you, from Ontarians across the province, and from my colleagues, some of whom have already tossed their hat in the ring. I want to acknowledge and thank them for participating in the renewal of our party. Glenn Murray has lots of knowledge about issues facing our cities and our post-secondary institution. Sandra Pupatello has traveled the world selling Ontario, and it was a pleasure to work with her on our government's Open for Business legislation. And Kathleen Wynne has dedicated her career to public service and has a proud record of compassion and care. And there are more great candidates that are anticipated, and this will help us enhance our vision for the future. Going forward, I know this: we must build on the progress we've made together. We must connect with the people and the communities. We must invest in public infrastructure that will benefit Ontarians for generations. We must protect the gains we've made, and we must focus on supporting and creating jobs. Our economy and our communities cannot afford short-term thinking or extreme positions as offered by the NDP and the Conservatives. We need leaders with integrity. We need leaders who can bring people together and get things done. That's what our party's about, that's what Ontario deserves, and that's why I want to be your Premier. É por isso que eu quero ser o primeiro-ministro do Ontário, uma grande e bela província. My father has a saying. He said this back in 1953. He's 87 years old, and he still says it today. There's room for everyone. He believes there's room for all of us to live together in this province, to build together, to work together, and to protect each other. And I believe that too. There is room for everyone. There's room for everyone on this campaign, because this campaign is about everyone. It's about all of Ontario. Cette campagne nous concerne tous. Elle concerne tous les Ontariens et tous les Ontariennes et les Ontariennes. Our campaign begins today, a campaign about ideas, about action, and about jobs. And with your help, it's a campaign we're going to win. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.